Welcome, everybody. It's been a while. I did the daily drawing today, and it's been about a month, I think, since we've gathered together here in this format, although I have been guiding nonstop, really, in all that time, just not in this container. So it's nice to see you and to feel you and to hold space with you and to help you connect with the you that you desire to be now, with your personal power, with your power as a conscious creator, to help you align and get in congruence and in coherence with your vibrational health. To create the world that you desire, the life you desire. Because when our vibration is out of sync, everything else goes, right? Everything is connected. So things might be going well in one realm of your life and in other areas, not so much. And so when we start to understand the vibrational nature of who we are and how we can harmonize that for ourselves, our whole life takes on a new what's the word I'm looking for? A new dimension. Really does. It really does. And these words might sound maybe foreign to you, or maybe you recognize them conceptually, but it's only when we really embody this state of being that we experience this in our day to day. And I see it on a regular basis in my own life and with my clients. And a lot of times my clients actually blow me away with the things that they're doing. So it's really amazing to be able to guide people to those places within themselves to create the life that they desire. And the people that I tend to attract are people that are looking for health, support, freedom, abundance, connection, and I love that I can be the witness to their creations and be on the journey with them. So, if you are new to these gatherings, say hello. Who is here? Let me know in the chat box. I can only see certain comments in Facebook. I have Facebook up. So, but if you do comment, I will see it in StreamYard. So say hello. Let me know who you are, where you are coming from. Anna! I haven't seen you in so long. Nice to see you. Even though I know you've been there with me this whole time, it's nice to see you here. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. Lovely. So those of you who are new, this is just an opportunity for us to come together to create some transformation on the inner so we can create the world on the outer that we seek. You know, it's actually very simple and it's very easy to do. And it's a joy for me to guide you to those places. So some of the tools I use, actually all the tools I use, are vibrational in nature. I will start off with a quick reading of the field, which allows me to see. It's a remote viewing tool, and it allows me to see the information that's in the field and the patterns that we're going to talk about today. And then we go into a beautiful journey using the sounds to help us connect with that new vibrational reality. So I posted the picture in the Inner Alchemy group earlier today, but here it is for those who might not have seen it. And there are two different kind of pale yellows in there that aren't registering on the screen. So if you do want to take that information in a bit more. Oh, sorry. That's for a different group. Obviously, it's for you too. If I meant to show you, that's actually for my clients who I'm seeing later today. Okay. That is for you too. Okay. This is yours. This is for you. Daily drawing. I always do drawings before all my sessions. I've been doing them for years as an acupuncturist. It just would help me see what we are there to work on and what is there to be harmonized. I love this one. So share your perceptions and reflections in the comments. You're more than welcome. I love hearing what you have to say. Okay, so what came through for me as I was doing this drawing is, what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Sometimes when I ask myself these big questions, I kind of freeze like a deer in the headlights. I don't even know. There's so much to know, right? Or sometimes I really want to know, but I've gotten to the point for myself that I'm okay with not knowing. You saw a sperm on the loose trying to escape. You saw a sperm on the loose trying to escape. Jet engine prop speed. Okay. So definitely creation, kind of in line with what's coming through in another way. I love it. Okay. So why scramble to find the answers? What do you want to know? Why scramble to find the answers? And it really felt like someone was scrambling over gravel or small rocks, and they were trying desperately to find the answers because they're searching desperately. Everything is an answer. Everything is an answer. Everything. But are you looking? Are you listening? Are you seeing that what you see is you? Everything in your world is you. It is a reflection of you. You are experiencing yourself in the outer world. Look around you right now, wherever you are. Just take in your environment. Take it in, whether you're indoors or outdoors. Take it all in. Just take a moment and look. And now when you're looking at this stuff, right? This is all consciousness. Everything you're looking at, keep looking around you. Okay. And as you're looking, first tell yourself, everything is consciousness. Everything I'm looking right now is consciousness. Okay. And what I'm seeing is me. This is me. When you look around, this is me. This is me. Everything I'm seeing is me. How can you see outside of yourself? You can only see through you, through your filters, through your design, through your awareness, and your consciousness. Your consciousness is no different than the consciousness that you're seeing. It's only your awareness and perceptions of it that make it so. But it's all the same stuff. It's the same stuff configured in different ways. So take that look. When you go out into your world, hold that awareness of everything is me. Everything is consciousness, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. So when you're scrambling for the answer, everything is an answer because it's in your world. It's an answer to a question you may have asked years ago, yesterday, a question you didn't know you asked for yourself, and it's showing up. Everything is showing up in response to you. Everything is an answer. Everything. So are you seeing that what you see is you? You give away your power when you ask others to tell you the answer, to tell you what to do, to tell you how to feel. How many of you have done that? I mean, I had someone who was dear to me, still is very dear to me, and I would go to her for clarity. And eventually I got to the place where I began to rely on myself rather than her. Even though everything she shared was from her heart, there started to be moments where it wasn't serving me anymore. So even people who are well-intentioned and coming from love for you still don't have the mind that you have. And so I was basing my own feelings about myself on other people and how they responded to me or what they said to me. Right? So when we stop doing that, and we start asking ourselves the answers, asking ourselves how we feel, asking ourselves what should we do, then we open up to our inner guidance and we know the way. We find the way. In that, we might attract people who have those answers for us as well, but it has a different feel to it. So begin to experiment with that, begin to notice and explore the difference in feeling when you've attracted an answer versus finding an answer for yourself because you haven't quite found your stability within yourself enough yet to trust yourself, to know yourself. You have all you need. You are the answer you seek, right? You are all that is. Just as we talked about at the very beginning here, everything is you. You are the answer you seek. You have it. You are it. You know it. Your heart, mind, your body, mind connects you to all space and time, connects you to everything. You have the ability and the power to attract exactly what you need. And you are doing this all the time, whether or not you realize it. Everything that is in your world right now is of your creation. You have attracted that to yourself. It is a mirror of your inner world in physical form. So the things that you are looking for are also there. And the way that we bring that into physical form is by the power of our awareness. Our awareness is like the light that shines on that which we cannot see and brings it into form so we can see it. Okay, so you have all you need. There is only you. Say this with me. I have all that I need. I am all that is. I have all that I need. I am all that is. I have all that I need. I am all that is. You are the answer you seek. There is nothing outside of you. You get to decide for yourself. This is where your power lies. I always get confused with those. This is where your power resides, in your ability to decide for yourself what you want. What do you want to know? And you get to decide what it is you want to know. You get to decide who it is you want to be. You get to decide what it is you want to create. It starts with a decision. It's a decision that gets it rolling. So, what are we deciding to do today? The power is in the decision. There's a lot coming in around that, but we'll save that for another time. I'll just say the power is in the decision. And what I invite you to do is to recognize that you're deciding all the time, but we're usually just not aware of that. And the way that we become aware of that is by noticing what shows up in our world. So that gives us a key to look in here and say, oh, okay, there's something here to look at. And we decide, usually it's something we can look at. The things that are uncomfortable tend to get us to notice more than the things that are comfortable for us, right? To be a conscious creator. Beautiful. You're deciding to be a conscious creator. I'm definitely deciding to be a conscious creator. I have decided to be a conscious creator, and I am a conscious creator. So I am deciding that is who I am. Who are you deciding to be? Are you deciding to be someone who lets their stories of their past or the worries of the future define you? Or are you deciding to be someone who knows the power that resides within them that can use that for the greater good? And by the greater good, the good is in serving in themselves. Because when you take care of yourself, when you serve yourself, and when you harmonize the nature of oneself, it harmonizes the nature of all that is around you, which is you. Okay, so when we talk about this process of inner alchemy and this transformation that happens within, it has a positive global impact. Again, it is all you. I'm talking about it from different levels and different perspectives of the same information. So whichever way connects with you the most. Okay. But we are here at this time to do this work. You are here now to do this work of alchemy. You are here to transform your inner world into one of light, into one of love, into one of unity, into one of serving your mission and fulfilling your purpose. And the purpose is to live the life that you desire, however that looks for you. Maybe it's health. Maybe it's relationship. Maybe it's a fulfilling career. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's abundance. However that looks for you, you get to decide what that is. You get to decide what that is. And I just spent, probably 10 days almost recently talking about how to do just that. And I'll be offering that up again soon. It's in the process of alchemizing in itself. Okay. So the first thing that we talk about when we're talking about vibrational health and reality creation is the power of decision. The power of decision. So when you look back on your life, look back at those moments that you've made really pivotal decisions in your life. Now, we're deciding all the time, but usually it's our subconscious patterns that are deciding for us rather than us taking conscious, having a conscious awareness of what it is we're deciding to do. And this is where the switch happens. So over time, we begin to take more and more conscious choices, and we begin to choose what is in alignment with what we are deciding to do and who we are deciding to be. And it is an effortless process, but it takes a little bit of discipline and a little bit of repetition, but it happens very quickly. I feel like there's a question floating around out there. If you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat, in the comments, in the chat. Maybe it'll get answered as we go ahead, but if you have a question, feel free to share. Okay. So from this place, we're going to journey wherever the sounds take us, but I have a feeling it's going a little bit more into decision, into the power of decision. And once we decide, that mere fact of making a decision is what anchors you to that level of vibration where that desired reality exists. Okay, I knew there was someone out there. Okay, feeling lost in the fact that the decision I make will make another person uncomfortable and hurt. This is the conflict. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Okay. Let me tap into that one for you. That's a really great question. So when I am choosing for myself, there's a particular feeling I want to have. Okay. So everyone think about a choice that they want, a decision that they're in the process of making, or a choice that you want to make. So in relationship, because we're talking about how it's affecting others, I have a rule that whatever I decide for myself is a win-win for everyone, not just for me. Okay, so that is a blanket rule I have for myself. So there is a feeling that I want to have in this relationship when I'm choosing. Okay, there's a decision that you will make and you think it might hurt someone else. Okay. So let's feel into the feeling that you want to have. There's a feeling you want around this decision. So feel into the feeling of that. There's something you want to have here. Feel the feeling of having that and what that feels like. Okay, there's still a little bit of a dissonance with that when you're feeling into that. That's okay. Because that worry of the other person is keeping you from feeling that fully. Okay, so let's go back to the mindset for a moment. One, everybody is responsible for themselves and how they feel. Okay, you cannot be accountable for how someone else feels, and you can only be accountable for how you feel. So you can create a rule or belief that whatever choice I make is for the benefit of all. There you go. And remember, everybody is you, just like in the dream world. So there's a couple of things coming up around this. Let me bring in another sound. There's a couple of things coming up around this. Okay, feel into the feeling of what it is you'd like to have. The thing you really want. Just feel into that. Without the guilt. There's still guilt around there when I'm feeling you feeling into that. Is that true? Okay, so let's just focus on the feeling you want first, and then we'll focus on the feeling of the dynamic, because we were just talking about this yesterday. I was doing this with a client yesterday, so this is interesting that it's coming up again. Okay, so there's a feeling you want to have. There's a feeling you want to have. So just feel the feeling you want to have. Imagine yourself already having it. How would that feel for you? And just feel the feeling of that. Okay, let's do it this way, because there's so much entanglement happening here that it's very challenging for you to connect with the feeling of having without you feel guilty for having it. So is this the right thing for you to have? Is my first question. Or are you denying yourself because of the other person? So imagine this person in front of you for a moment. Okay, just standing face to face with the person that you're concerned about and how it's going to affect them. And then just step to the side. So now you're looking straight past them and they're over to the side. They're still there, but I want you just to create a space. There you go, where you can actually feel things for yourself without this extra information. There you go. And find another space to move to where it feels completely clear of their energy. There you go. Okay, now they're still there and we'll come back to them. But for now, I want you to have a clear place where you can feel for yourself what's true and what's not. Okay, now from this place, feel the feeling that you want to have when you make that choice. When you have that thing that you're deciding for and it's already true, feel the feeling of having that. Because there's a feeling you want in the having of something. So feel the feeling. There you go. Okay, let's switch because it's still not as clear as I would like it to be for you to get clarity on the feeling. Let's keep this person over here. Feel into the feeling that you want to have in the relationship when you make that choice. Okay? That they get what they want and you get what you want. You might not know what that looks like, so we're not concerned with the details. We just want the feeling of harmony, whatever that feels like to you in the relationship around the choice you're making for yourself. Because right now the feeling is guilt. And you are denying yourself something your heart is telling you want. So either you're the one that's going to suffer ultimately and you fear they're going to suffer, but if you're suffering, who's really suffering? If you're in the feeling of suffering, that's the energy you're putting out into the world, and that's going to create more of what? The same feeling. So let's drop into the feeling of harmony in that relationship. There you go. I'll give you an example. I had a really aggravating phone call a couple months back. Really aggravating. I was super triggered, activated, disappointed, and this person really knew how to push my buttons. Okay. And I caught myself pretty quickly. I allowed myself to have that experience. And then I was like, okay, what do I want to feel here? What's really important to me here? And there was a feeling that I wanted for myself and for the situation. And all I did was feel into that. And I gave myself, probably took just a few minutes to get clear on what the feeling was that I wanted. Totally forgot about the other person because I know that I am the creator of my own reality. And I know that what I feel will show up in my world. And I don't know necessarily how it's going to show up, but I do know that it will show up. And so I got very clear on the feeling that I wanted and the harmony that I wanted and what was most important to me in that moment. Okay. Within hours, probably 2 hours, I got a message back that that person agreed to do what I, had asked originally, and everything would be taken care of that way. I did not say a word. I did not get into discussion. All I did was go into the feeling state of what I wanted, and it worked out. It's going to work out for the all involved because that is my primary role. Whatever I choose and decide is going to be in harmony with all. So start with that and then go into the feeling. There you go. Now you got it. Beautiful. Can you feel that? That feels amazing. That's the feeling. It's not up to you to figure out how it's going to show up or how they're going to respond or how they're going to think about it or how they're going to feel about it. The fact is there's something that you desire, which means your heart is telling you, yes, this is for you. And you are dishonoring yourself by dishonoring what your heart is leading you towards. Beautiful. How does that feel now? You're going to have to let me know what happens. When we do this, and I tell you from experience with myself and with my clients, these changes happen quickly. Okay, it doesn't take much. As soon as I make a decision, I either know what I need to do next. Beautiful. Yay, I'm happy, Anna. Okay, I either know what I need to do next or it resolves itself without me having to do anything. The only thing I did was get clear on what I wanted and the feeling of what that is for me. Okay, so that's it. You did it. It's done. You don't even need to put any more energy into it. It's really complete. Sometimes we do need to put a little more energy into it. And by energy means we keep focusing on that. We keep feeling that. We keep feeling that. And then, maybe you feel you don't need to feel into that anymore because it's already true for you. Or a lot of times I feel into something and then I let it go because I know that it will show up. I don't know when and I don't know how. I just know that it does. Now, if something shows up and it's kind of like what you were feeling, but not quite, then you need to get more clarity on what that feeling is. It's only responding to your feeling state. It's a resonance. It's the law of resonance. You put out a vibration, and by the law of resonance, you're going to attract exactly that. Exactly that. So it's like, hey, look, I had a client who was looking for a house, right? And then he messaged me. And he's like, Bree, you're not going to believe it. I found the house. It has this and this, but it didn't have this one thing. I was like, look at of course, he's focused on the one thing it didn't have, right? We do that as humans. You got to stop that. Stop it. Don't do that. Focus on the things that you did right. Focus on all the things that it did have. And now refine your vision, refine your feeling state of it having all of that. So he did it. There was just one piece that he needed to feel into a bit more clearly. So he's still in the process of finding a house, but he did sell a house. So that was exciting. Okay. So if it does show up and it's not quite 100% match, let me tell you, it is 100% match. It's 100% match to what you were feeling. Now you know you need to feel it more with more clarity. Okay. So what shows up is 100% match. It cannot be otherwise. It's just giving you an opportunity to get more clarity into the feeling of what you want to create. Because a lot of times the dominant vibration of what's creating is not in our conscious awareness, it's subliminal, right? And the way that we notice it is by what shows up in our world. So that gives us a really big clue. As I said earlier, it's the key to getting you to refine what it is you want. All you have to do is decide, this is what I want. And in that decision, there's a clarity of feeling. It's a clarity of feeling. Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear what happens. You'll have to let me know. I have a feeling it will happen very quickly in my experience. And I'm sure that this helped so many other people. I hope if it has an effect on you, or if it's speaking to you, or you had something happen in your life as a result of today's session, let me know. Put it in the comments. Send me a message. We are all in this together. I do a lot of groups, and I can't tell you the power that happens in the group energy when someone brings up something, as Anna did today, that has a ripple effect into all of us here who are gathered watching, whether it's live or in the replay, and affecting change that way. So I honor you, Anna, for asking the question and bringing this to the forefront, because I know that it's helping so many other people who may be feeling the same way. And so thank you for that. And if this was of service to you, let us know. Let us know what happens. I love hearing these stories. It's amazing. And I look forward to seeing you next week for your next weekly moment of Inner Alchemy, Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I thank you for coming together to harmonize the nature of oneself, everybody. Blessings. See you next time.